It's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are?
This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
The apparently soon-to-be New Jersey Jets are led by quarterback Richard Todd, who had a brilliant second half a week ago Sunday against the Rams as the Jets won it 27-24 in overtime, helped by passes like that one. But there was an absolute catastrophe in New York last Wednesday with headlines like that one, and an angry Mayor Koch of New York City denouncing owner Leon Hess of the Jets for his purported removal to New Jersey. Here's a sampling of player and coach opinions on the move.
I'm not really concerned with it. It's not up to me. It's a business decision by Leon Hess. My only concern right now is to prepare myself for the rest of the season in Buffalo this week.
Oh, I don't really want to comment on it because there's no contract that has been signed yet. There's nothing definite, legal, or anything else, and it's really not up to the players. It's strictly up to the management. We don't really have any say-so in it anyway, so it's not worth talking about.
Leon Hess is the one that feeds my family and myself, and I eat a lot, so that decision is going to be made up to him. And as far as I'm concerned, anywhere he goes is fine with me. I'm going to go along and be behind the New York Jets because they've done a lot for me.
The people you got to feel sorry for, the fans. We've really become a Long Island team, and we'll still be practicing here, but we won't be playing our games. And it just leaves a bad taste in our mouth, I guess. But, you know, as far as the team and the players, we have nothing to say about it, and it hasn't bothered us a bit.
I work for Mr. Hess, and wherever he wants to take us, whether it's New Jersey or to...
Have a cocktail.
No, I don't care for any.
I said have a cocktail.
I guess he wants us to have a cocktail.
Waiter, will you serve the nuts? I mean, will you serve the guests the nuts?
Clap on, clap off, the clapper.
Ooh. What's up, people? Greetings, people of Earth. And welcome to the third floor. as we wrap up 2025. Good fucking riddance 25 on so many fucking levels. We're just going to run down, take a look. This is your show. This is where we open up the live chat, ready to hear what you guys got to say. Feel free, any topic, any team, any moment, anything we leave out, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you're going to like, what you can give two fucks about. Put it all there in the live chat. Okay, that's good. First one in the house. I have no idea what that means or what's going on. But if you're just getting in here, man, welcome aboard. Hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. If you've never been here before, you're in for a treat. This is different. This is not your normal freaking, I don't know. We're just not normal up here. We do a little bit of everything. We love to bring entertainment in a different way. We bring back the nostalgic days of old clips of football, baseball, hockey, whatever. Just to give you a taste of what we're going into in 2026. In under, let's see, we got 5 hours and 38 minutes. So we got some time on the West Coast before the New Year rings in. You guys on the East Coast, it's almost 9:30. Thanks for hanging. You could hang with us if you got nothing else to do. The safest place tonight is in fucking doors. Even in my day, we referred to New Year's Eve as amateur night. We used to all go to Robert's house or Francine's house, and that was it. People on the porch, people in the kitchen sleeping. She had a massive front porch. People just would grab blankets, go sleep out there. And yeah, Jersey in January on a porch. Nah. A lot of other places I'd love to be. So what's up there, people of Earth, man? Come on in. Come on in and get it talking. Let's go. Let's get it going here. Okay, I don't see the chat up. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. And boom. Alrighty, just to make sure everything going on. Got a dead monitor. My normal monitor I use is deader than Kelsey's nuts. Not cooperating. So that was the delay. So what's going on, people? Talk to me. What do you think, man? NFL playoffs coming up. Who do you like? Who do you got? Who do you think's going to make it? Who's going to choke? Me, I was asked earlier today what I thought about the Bucks getting in. Well, if Atlanta beat the toughest part of that Atlanta had to do is done, and that was beat the Rams, and they did that barely, but they did. Now, something about the Falcons love to give up them 20-plus point leads. That's for sure. Basically doing the same thing the other night, but still holding on to win. Bad penalty that wasn't called at the end of the game on Nakua. There's topics out there, so just hit the live chat. What do you want to talk about? Let's get it going. It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. Here on the third floor, we just want you to be safe tonight. Be smart tonight. Basically, just fucking chill out at home. Grab your favorite beverage. That's my favorite beverage right now. Beep. Grab your shit, man. Have a bowl. Matter of fact, let's kick it off right now. John the Beagle Dad. Hey, Happy New Year, guy. How are you? You're beat? You had a long day, my man? Long day at work? Or is Portis killing you? Tearing you up? What's going on, John? Glad to see you here, buddy. Well, if you don't drink, you don't drink. That's cool. Grab your favorite beverage. Tea, coffee. I don't drink either right now. I'm not drinking. I got ginger ale, baby. Straight ginger ale. Ice cold. However, so John, while you're here, man, Happy New Year to you and to your family. I wish you nothing but blessings in 26, man. If you had a rough 25, man, put it behind you. I had the worst one of the worst years I ever had in my life, especially with retirement being part of it. I didn't see that in my future this year, man, but it happened. So life changes. Just hang in there, man. Whatever your higher belief is, whatever you trust in, and whatever, may they rain nothing but blessings down on you and your family and that cute little son of a four-legged gift from God, Portis. Appreciate you, John. Thank you for being solid here on the third floor too, John. John, you got anything about the Yankees? You got anything about Giants? You got anything about anything, man? Why is this? I must be behind, man. Holy shit. Oh, Lockport is in the house. Lockport, what is up, Bubba? How are you? I was looking for you the other night. I was hoping you'd come on that Thursday night broadcast or the Monday night game. No, I think it was the Monday night game I was looking for. Yeah, I was looking for you, man. I wanted to talk to you about that freaking loss to the Eagles, bro. What the fuck, dude? But Ruth sent me Portis. He was born on May 15th. There you go. There you go. Nope, nothing yet. It's like a holdup. Gotcha. Snowing like a sumbitch. Western New York, Vic. 8 inches in about 6 hours. There you go. Lockport's locked in with some snow falling. Up there in Buffalo. Up there in Bill's Mafia. Well, so Lockport, man, seriously, it's probably the most critical I've been on the Bills in a few years, to be honest with you. I haven't really questioned much of what they do. But I got to question a lot. That game just made no sense to me. I mean, you're home and you don't score for 3 solid quarters against the Eagles. I get it. It's the Eagles, but the Eagles ain't that fucking tough to shut you out. Dude, one score, a fucking safety, anything in the fucking first half, man. What happened there, bro? I felt for you, man, but I wanted to hear your explanation and your thoughts on that, man. That was a tough loss. I was soaked from head to toe for 8. Oh, dude, I could imagine, man. That was the other thing. It was a great game to watch. You know, it was a great, great game to watch, bro. Just the love of football, especially in that way. I mean, that's a Madden game. They should just call them Madden games. They shouldn't call them weather games anymore. They probably should just call them Madden games. When it's snowing or real windy. When the weather's in effect, just substitute the word weather for Madden. Because he'd love that shit. He loved it. We got a live call. Hello. Hello. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll be right there. Right. Why does my food always come when I go on the air? And they call me. They don't call the missus. All right. Well, it's only going to take me a second. So I was going to play this later, but I guess I'll play it now. Because this take me a minute. I'll be right back, guys.
That's all the timeouts the Green Bay Packers have. They are still inches away from that goal line. Just inches. 16 seconds remaining. 16 seconds remaining.
On third down with no timeouts left, Lombardi decided to go for the win on one final play rather than settle for a field goal. The call was 31 wedge, a running play designed for the fullback. But Bart Starr didn't tell his teammates he was going to keep the ball himself.
Here are the Packers. Third down, inches to go. To Bader. 17-14. Cowboys out in front. Packers trying for the go-ahead score. Starr begins the count. Takes the snap. He's got the quarterback sneak, and he's in for the touchdown. The Packers are out in front. 20-17. There's 13 seconds showing on the clock, and the Green Bay Packers are going to be world champions, NFL champions for the third straight year.
The drive epitomized the sheer force of Lombardi's will. It also showcased the fierce determination of cast-off back Chuck Mersine.
He took me aside before that game and he said, Chuck, this is why he brought you here. This is why you're here. You're starting this game. It's your first championship game. We know what you can do. Just do what you can do, and you'll help us to win this game.
On his finest day as a pro, Mersine gained 34 of the drive's 68 yards.
I had a first down run right away there, and I remember Lombardi saying, good run, Chuck. You know, because it was right at the bench, right there. What a feeling.
You can take a player like a Chuck Mersine. I can tell you how tall he is. I can tell you how much he weighs. I can tell you how fast he is. But no one can measure his heart. And he was all heart.
Mersine believed he was going to get the ball on the game's climactic play. Everyone else did too. But Jerry Kramer claims he knew Bart Starr's secret.
Chuck thought he was going to get the ball. There isn't any question about that. Maybe Bart said it as we broke the huddle. He says to me, I'm going to keep the ball.
I maintain that I never heard him say that. And I don't know anybody in the huddle that did. I know a lot of guys in the team thought I did score the touchdown. I heard Brown right, 31 wedge on 2, and I'm ready. I'm going in. Looks like I'm signaling a touchdown, but I'm actually trying to signal the referee that I'm not assisting, aiding, or pushing quarterback into the end zone. And I would not have done that, you know, if I didn't think I was going to get the ball.
Jerry Kramer made the most famous block in NFL history when he got down low and pushed number 75, Jethro Pugh, out of the way. Starr followed Kramer into the end zone.
We've never seen a finish like this one. Many a thriller in the 8 years of broadcast that we've done for the Green Bay Packers, but we've never taken it down to the wire like this for an NFL championship.
Coach, we're going to have a play right now. You can see it on this monitor.
I hope I can see it.
This is slow motion now as Jerry Kramer makes a key block for Bart Starr on this quarterback sneak for the winning touchdown.
They ran the play, and coach says, hey, way to go, Jerry, way to go. When I think of my team, the Green Bay Packers, I think of that drive. I don't think of the final touchdown, the sneak. I think of the drive. I think of the 68 yards. That team went in incredible conditions, and how that team was able to reach down and find something that Coach Lombardi had given them, and had given them over a long period of time, from training camp, many sessions of mental toughness, of the perfectly disciplined will, of fatigue makes cowards of us all those things that he spoke of for so many years. I think they were personified in that final drive.
That was perfect fucking timing. What's up, Texas? How you doing? Lockport, what's up, Bubba? Appreciate you guys. Okay, yeah, I got you. I'm just catching up on everything. What's up, guys? John, what kind of police presence for what? Police presence for what, Bob? What's going on? You all right down there? Well, I just looked up and said we have police presence in the association clubhouse to watch out. Oh, to watch out for fireworks. Oh, all right, I got you. Ken, what's up, man? Happy New Year to you, Ken. What's up, Bubba? Long time no see. I hope they put your house back together for you. Touchdown, Lockport, John, Texas. Great timing. Yeah, great timing, Vic. Thanks, man. I'm fucking out of breath. He's taking the Browns to the Super Bowl. All right, let's see. I think I'm almost all caught up. Ken, what's happening, man? Happy New Year to you and your family. Thank you for your service. Nothing but blessings for the year to come for you and your family. Thanks for stopping in, Ken, man. Really appreciate you, bub. Oh, I got you, John. Well, that's cool. At least you got the cops around. It's usually absolutely fucking insane here in California, especially in San Francisco, the Berkeley area, Oakland, and all that. Man, these mothers shoot fireworks. They start shooting fireworks off 4th of July before the sun goes down, and it goes to 4 in the morning. And it's just all neighborhood, all around, man. It's fucking insane. But tonight, it's pouring fucking rain. I'm soaked from being out there grabbing my food. So, I hope you enjoyed that clip. That clip was not supposed to be played yet. That was going to be a special clip I had. I wanted to build into it. And the most unique thing about that, and I think all you guys would appreciate this, the clip you just watched there is 4 minutes and 20 seconds long. It was a 4:20 fucking highlight, and I didn't get to fucking build it up the way I wanted to. The house is still, oh man. Ken, I feel bad for you on so many levels. Mostly because these fucking insurance companies deal with these fucking contractors, and these contractors always fucking pull shit right around the fucking holidays. Right around the fucking holidays. They always pull this shit. You know, it's almost like you get to the point where wherever the insurance is covering it, you're like, just give me the fucking money. I'll go on fucking YouTube and figure out how to fucking fix all this. Or I'll ask Grok, or I'll go to ChatGPT and just say, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to tell me how to do it and save everything. Thank God fucking AI is really fucking picking up like it is. Oh, John, these guys, like gunshots. Here, it sounds like they're like fucking Ken was Air Force. It sounds like Ken was flying overhead, dropping shit as they go by. The fireworks out here are nuts, bro. And I don't know. I guess people got money, man. People got money because fireworks are not cheap. And especially the ones that these guys are sending off around here. Like, it's nuts, man. It really is. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did buy some Lego sets from my Christmas was a gift. Yeah, you said something about you were working on a Lego. I don't remember what you said you were working on. I do remember you saying something about you had a Lego project going on. Oh, Navy. Well, you took the Air Force into the ocean. I thought you were Air Force. My bad. Navy. Well, it sounded like I don't know. It sounded either way. Dropping bombs, shooting from battleships, whatever. They all fly over here in Berkeley and Oakland area. I don't think so tonight, man. It is freaking pouring out. It is really, really freaking wet. So, one of the features we have here on the third floor, and we've been discussing it going back and forth, was Texas suggested vintage games. And I had told him, Ken, I'm glad you're here. We discussed it, and I had told him that you had tried to do that, and you got taken off in like 21 minutes or so. And YouTube sent you all kinds of crazy freaking wonderful emails or whatever. It was a fucking disaster. And the whole thing is a little stupid anyway. And especially the effort you put into it not to have any audio, which was cool. Still don't know what triggered it. But, so what I was going to do, and what you can do, you could just tune in and listen to me do a play-by-play, just like this. Just like I do the NFL. You do not see the game. You don't see the Yankee games. I just sit here and I call them and whatever. I'm going to do the same thing with vintage games. Football, baseball. I even threw a NASCAR race in there. If you go to my channel and you go to the post and you scroll down, you're going to see a series of votes for shows. One on YouTube. Now, I'm going to do it also on Rumble. But on Rumble, I'll be able to put the game on in the corner, as I call it, and we can watch it together on Rumble. Because they won't take me down. Now on YouTube, the thing you could do, like I said, just as you normally do. If I'm going to call Saturday's Panthers-Bucks game. I'll be calling the Panthers-Bucks game on ABC, ESPN on Saturday. You can't play it, can't show it. So it'll be the same theory, but this time it could be. I put five games out there for you guys to vote on. So go over there and vote. If not, then I'll just pick one out and go for it. But it's coming real soon. Just don't know when, but probably within the next few days for sure. Because we got New Year's Day tomorrow. Maybe Friday we could do it. Friday night I might be able to do it. But anyway, that's one thing we're going to do moving forward. We're going to do some vintage games and bring it back to the past. Now, as you know, we have a halftime for football. I present to you a clip like you just saw, probably two of them to cover the 12 minutes. We're going to do the same thing for the Super Bowl. We just haven't decided exactly what we're going to do as far as that goes. Due to X screwing my X account, the normal spelling my name. Okay. All kinds of shit going on over here. Oh yeah, you bought the NASA lunar thing? Okay. And you're working on a stealth fighter now? You're going to post all that when you're done, right? Yeah. All right. So yeah, we're going to be doing that, and then we're like on this show, the Sports Chat Live. Sports Chat Live. Let's chat sports. We're gonna continue this, and we're gonna probably make it a weekly show for sure. I'm just debating. I might make it a couple days a week. I'm not sure. But moving forward, we got a lot of shows coming up that we want to do. I thought I had one. Here we go. Let me see if I can do this real quick. This is what we got coming up for 26, the NFL playoffs and a Super Bowl play-by-play. Green to checker coverage of the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. We'll be back on opening day for Yankees play-by-play. We're going to be looking into bringing in special guests, bringing some people up on here, some interviews. And there you go, play-by-play of vintage Major League Baseball, NFL games from the past. And we could throw a NASCAR race in there too and have some fun with it. Go back on an Earnhardt Day. So join the journey up the stairs to the Third Floor Podcast, man. We're right here waiting on you. Come on up. Hang out with us. We always here to entertain. That's for damn sure. And in the meantime,
I'm sure they made those adjustments.
Oklahoma State has had two quick scoring drives lately. Let's see how they answer. How about Barry Sanders to midfield? He might go! And doesn't Dad love it? 60 57 yards.
Told you earlier in the game about Barry Sanders. He was having a rough time.
Sanders gets it back on one play. And with 8:13 remaining in the third quarter, Oklahoma State leads it 31.
Remember that guy? Anybody remember that guy? Just found a highlight of that guy. Just looked like a pretty good highlight to throw up there. Some guy named Barry Sanders. Wow, man. Wow. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see that. And that's what we're gonna have a lot of. You know, we always institute sports moments throughout play-by-play for the baseball, throughout football. We definitely do it. We have the Angus clip at the 2-minute warning. We have the halftime presentation. Over on Rumble only is the Puppet Show. That is really cool. You can go into any post on the YouTube channel, and there's always a free link to Rumble to go on over there and check out the Puppet Show. Yeah, we beat them. Yes, you did. I'm sure you appreciate a little bit of that there, Texas. I don't usually throw in anything like that. It's always, something crazy, usually crazy shit, but nothing like college. But you can't pass up a Barry Sanders highlight, even if it was in fucking Pop Warner. What would the difference be? It's still Barry. It's like finding like Walter Payton in high school. But anyway, that's what we do. We do it a little bit different. We like to throw in the nostalgia. We throw in the history. You learn a little bit. Remind you of shit you might have forgot about. Hey, you might have not even seen or heard a lot of these guys. A lot of the audience here is on the younger side. And that's really cool, and I appreciate that. Yeah, that was enjoyable. Thank you. Appreciate it. That was shit, I forget the guy's name that called that. I just had his name right on the tip of my tongue and I forgot it. One of the great voices in sports play-by-play, and definitely there in college. He's from ESPN. What the fuck is his name? I can't remember his name. Help me out there. I don't remember his name. But yeah, Barry Sanders there. And then again, like the longer clip when I had to run out in the rain and go get my groceries. Stuff like that. And also what we do, calling the game is cool, and I'm able to also maintain conversation going on here in a live chat as the game goes on, paying attention to what you guys are saying, because you guys are just as much as the broadcast as me giving it. Because how many times we sit there and watch football, baseball, hockey, any sport, and fucking scream at the TV, yelling your opinion or why'd you? Boom, live chats for that, man, and we could discuss it. We could talk about it like human beings, or a facsimile thereof. So yeah, a lot going on tonight for amateur night. Model's birthday in a little bit. Model's birthday in a little bit? Who's Models? Who's Models? Is that your girl? So, Lockport was in here earlier telling me they got, 6 inches? No. Yeah, 6 inches in 4 hours or something like that. 8 inches in 4 hours, something crazy. So, you know what? While we're talking about football, let's do this. Wishing you all the best for your channel. And oh, Evan! What the fuck? Hey, Evan! Did you just get in, Evan? Evan, if you just got in, man, before you hang in there and do what you got to do, hang in here, man. Don't go nowhere, Evan. Appreciate you. Whoa. Special attraction here. We got some mania in here, which is super cool. Evan, glad to see you. Happy New Year to you and to your family too. May you have nothing but blessings. Come forward. And again, I wish you all the luck in your journey into accountantism. Accountantism. Is that a word, Evan? Can you use that word? accountantism. Like I said, while we're looking, let's just take a peek at Week 18, see what we got going. Call it out. Hey, she's 21. Who? Who's 21? Texas? Your girl? Your girl's name is Models? Good. She's 21. You could take her out for a drink. Instead of drinking that freaking Everclear in the back of your Chevy. Saturday, NFL kicks off on Saturday with 2 games, both on ABC doubleheader, ESPN doubleheader, blah, 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 blah. When you talk about games that really mean something, these 2 games here mean a real lot to a lot, okay? There's seeding involved. There's the possibility of the Bucs winning and still not getting in because if Atlanta beats the Saints, which is probably going to freaking happen. If Saints beat Carolina, I will be shocked. I will be shocked if Atlanta loses to the Saints. I will be absolutely shocked. We'll get to that game in a minute. But still, if the Bucs win and beat Carolina, there we go. We're good. If Atlanta loses. And Atlanta, I was looking at the schedule. I'm like, there's no way. They can't get past the Rams. So at least I got the Rams as the speed bump at the end of the year. No, Atlanta goes right over that. Barely, but they got over it. So, fuck the Falcons. Jason, that's Evan's brother. Whoa. Welcome aboard, Jason. Appreciate it. We got the twins in here. Awesome, man. Appreciate you guys. So, Saturday opening up with the Panthers at Tampa. Everything on the line. Look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I love the Bucs, and I've been through some hard fucking years, man. But this year was not probably, I'm going to say, in the 50 years that I've been a Bucs fan, even though they go 2 seasons without winning a game, almost, season and 3 quarters before they win their first game, this year to me was the most freaking embarrassing year the Buccaneers have ever put on the football field. Absolutely disgusting display of coaching, play selection, injuries. My God, do we get the injuries? We've had injuries. We lost Evans last year, but we got him back earlier. Now, Sunday, they targeted him like 4 freaking times. Are you absolutely insane? Absolutely fucking insane to have him targeted 4 or 5 times in a absolute must. Absolute must. You got no choice. You got to win this fucking game. Nope. Right out the freaking window it goes. Just based on bad play calls, horrible 3rd down percentages. Baker can't find his way out of the backfield. This cat was on pace for freaking MVP talk. They were 6-2 until this freaking losing streak. This is stupid. It's embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. So, with that being said, the Bucs are a 2.5-point favorite. That's all home, baby. 1.5 of them is just because they're home. All right, I'm just going to be honest with you. The over/under is 43.5. When it comes to tugging your nutsack on an over/under, that's the number that gets you every freaking time. 43.5 and 42.5 will burn you every fucking time in an over/under situation. So what you got to put Chef Nick in the house. My God, everybody's coming in. Look at Mania here. Great to see you, Bubba. Great to see you, Bubba. And I'm gonna throw you something real quick. This is for Chef Nick. Chef, because you are the guest of the chat right now. You're the super guest of the chat right now. Don't take it personal, guys. There's other reasons, and Chef Nick and me are. But anyway, this is for Nick. Nick.
You ever been in a cockpit before?
No, sir. I've never been up in a plane before.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
There you go, Chef. I know you enjoy that. I know your other favorite one is this one. I know Chef loves this one, mostly because he likes the kitchen.
Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
Yeah, that's a Saturday night after a fucking buffet. So anyway, guys, great, man. Thank you guys for freaking popping in here. This is insanity. I got the twins in here. We got Texas in here. We got Chef Nick is in here. Chef fucking Nick. Say hello to Chef Nick and wish him the best. Good to see you on a little bit of a breather, Bubba. Again, and personally, Chef Nick, personally, man, I love you like a brother. Nothing but blessings coming in 26 for you. I could see it. You don't have to wish for it. They're going to fall upon you. So I hope you're ready for all the blessings coming your way in 26, Nick. And yeah, I stuck up for you. I wanted to hear what you had to say. They cut you off because all the cash started rolling in. But glad you got the final thing. I love your passion, and I love everything about it. And I want to get you on. I want to bring you on here as a special guest. So let me know if you want to do that. But appreciate you coming in. Appreciate everybody coming in. So there you go. Second game on the agenda. We're going to take the Bucks, give the 2.5. You know what? Let's shoot the dice and say we'll go over. We'll take the 43.5 over, and there you go. Bucks over the Panthers, 2.5. Then we move on to what I think, in my personal opinion, is probably not only the game of the week, but looking at everything going down and the way things have been played out, this right here, and this game will be 45 minutes from right where I sit. And that's Seattle going to the Niners. This is probably the game of the year. I really think that this is the game of the year because I think if you're going to the Super Bowl as the NFC representative, you're going through one of these cities. You're going through San Francisco or you're going through Seattle. You're going through one of the two of them. To be honest with you, it's tougher to win in Seattle than it is in San Francisco. But, man, the Niners just play a different level at home. They just do. And, you know, you're gonna have Kittle coming back. He sat out the last game. Not sure if he's going to – I'm guessing he's going to be playing. But right now you got Seattle favored going into San Francisco. That says something right there. You don't get too many visitors going into a home. I mean, you know, you don't get too many road teams going in and getting 1.5. So you gotta. If I was sitting at the Elks back in the day with my cousin Joey and my Uncle Russell and shit, and we were looking at this particular game, and we'd be going, all right, 1.5, 47.5. You got to take the over here, but you got stellar defenses. You got to take that away a little bit here because field position is crucial. And if your special teams ain't good, you ain't getting good punts, you ain't getting good punt returns, you're not hitting the landing zone, or you're just fucking up on kickoffs or not covering kickoffs properly, or just not blocking enough, getting pinned back in your territory. So this game is going to be determined on field position. Not as much as time as possession, but field position in this game. And trust me, guys, this game here will come down to the final 5 minutes of that game. And we're probably going to see an insane chess match play out for that. So Seattle -1.5, 47.5 at the Niners. We're going to take Seattle because I'm just blown away by Seattle's play this year. I seen it coming. I said it in my first show of the year. I told you guys, Chiefs are not making the playoffs. Look for the Chargers or Denver to win that division. I'm leaning towards Denver because of the scheduling. And damn if it hasn't played out. Now, I did say the Patriots are going to play good. I did not foresee them playing like this. I did not see that. Angus is in the house. What's up, Angus? Just talking about you a minute ago in reference to the Angus clip at the 2-minute warning of each game. Angus saying hello to the chef. Appreciate that. That's cool. So yeah, we'll take Seattle in that game. And like I said, man, look for the last 5 minutes of this game just to be what we all love about football, and what a way to end a Saturday doubleheader. So and then we move on to Sunday. The early games. You got the Packers at the Vikings. Vikings are -7 over the Packers, 35.5. We'll take the Packers. We'll take the over. Tennessee at the Jaguars. This is pretty. I'm not going to say it's real important for the Jags here, but they definitely want to knock off the Titans. You don't want to go into the last game of the year and lose to probably the worst freaking team going. You know what I'm saying? So Jags are 12.5-point fave right here. So we'll take the Jags. We'll give the 12.5. 47.5 is the over-under. We'll take the over. I'm looking for the Jags to win big. They're home. Last game of the year. Make that statement before you go in. You got to win to stay ahead of Texas anyway. The Texans anyway. So, and that brings me to the next game, which was almost as important as that Seattle Niner game, and that's the Colts at the Texans. But Colts have long gone. Hey, hats off to Phillip Rivers coming in off the bench for a couple games. I don't know why they're not starting him in the last game. And Miles is just, let the guy have a heyday, man. But what we're looking at is the Texans are minus 10.5. We'll give the points to the Colts in a 39.5. We'll take the under there. That Texas defense is something very special this year. Very underrated, and that's probably because of where they are, how they play. They don't get the primetime games. You just hear about it in the playoffs, and unless you're, in the post games. But if you follow the game like me, you'd know where defenses are at because I'm all about defense, and this is one of the better defenses I've seen in quite some time, for sure, without a doubt. Then, even though it's a meaningless, absolutely nothing game, the Cowboys at the Giants is always something special. So, Evan, your boys will host the Cowboys in the Meadowlands. I'm not calling it MetLife, whatever. Is that what it is, MetLife? The Meadowlands. And they're going to take on the Cowboys. Now, this is an interesting game because it's a 3.5-point favorite. The Cowboys are favored by 3.5. Okay. But you just said, no, this is a totally different beast here. Cowboys going in to the Giants, even if the Giants, look, it's so easy to sit here and criticize the Giants by not being a Giants fan, even though I'm from the area. But maybe now you know why I chose the Buccaneers when I did and didn't go with the Jets or Giants when I had the choice. But either way, Cowboys, Giants, 3.5, Cowboys, 51.5 is the over-under. To me, that's being generous. I take that over all day long. The Cowboys will probably put up 40-something points. So look, all I need out of the Giants probably in this game is 10 points. 10 points. You want to give them 2 touchdowns, 14 points. Whatever you want to do. That's all I need out of the Giants. The Cowboys will supply the rest of that 51.5 for sure. Another senseless game is the Browns at the Bengals, 44.5. Bengals are favored by 7.5. Give me the Bengals. We'll take the over. The most important game of the day, besides the Carolina Bucs game for me, is this game, the Saints and Falcons in Atlanta. Now, again, Atlanta's home, man, and it used to be in the South. The thorn in my side was the Panthers. Then the Panthers faded, and then it became the Saints. And then the Saints faded, and it became our division. We didn't have no problem winning it. Now you turn around this year, and that's probably one of the grossest freaking divisions there is. And that's embarrassing, too, because the NFC South used to be a really competitive, high-volume freaking division. Now it's a joke, especially this year. That's why I'm almost happy the Bucs don't make it. Thank God. Cause where are you going against the Seattle Niners, Rams, Packers, Bears, Eagles? The Bucs ain't beating any of them guys in the playoffs. You fucking kidding me? Fair's fair, man. I'm telling you like it is. They couldn't beat any of those teams. On their best day this year, they can't beat any of those teams in the playoffs. So why even be embarrassed? And if the Panthers get in, they're going to be a one and done. Because same thing. They're going to go up against that kind of competition. Ain't fucking happening. Saints at the Falcons, 45.5. Falcons are favored by 3. I got to take the Saints. Give me the 3, 45.5. It's probably going to be a shootout. Take the over. Then you come to the Dolphins and Patriots. I'm sure the Patriots don't want to lose to the Dolphins in the last game of the year, so look for them to still come out and play on a competitive level. Maybe not all the starters in there, but do you really need them? I mean, the Dolphins beat the Buccaneers with fucking nothing. Quarterback, I ain't even heard of this guy. 45.5 over under 10.5 points. Patriots. I'll take the Patriots minus the 10.5, and I'll take the over 45.5. Patriots could put 48 up themselves. They almost put 50 up against the Jets. Cardinals at the Rams. The Rams will need this game. They're going to need this game. They got to rebound from Atlanta. You can't go into the playoffs with all that competition in front of you, as hungry as you are, and you're coming off a 2-game losing streak. And those two teams are the Falcons and the Cardinals. I don't think the Rams want that to happen. Minus 7.5, 46.5 over under. Give me the over and under. Give me the over 46.5. I think the Rams can do that themselves. 7.5, no problem. Now we move on to the Lions and Bears. The Bears again. None of these teams want to lose the last game, and I think the Bears, the way they've been playing and as tough as they've been playing, they're going to have. I don't think they'll have an issue knocking off the Lions at home in Chicago. 50.5 is the over/under. I'll take the under there. It's -3. Give me the Bears minus the 3. Eagles, Redskins again. NFC battle could go a lot of ways. Redskins have shown a little bit of life, a little bit of guts. Jason, can't stand the Patriots. Hope they lose in the playoffs. Hope the Broncos get the 1 seed. Hold that thought, Bubba. I'll take the Eagles minus the 4.5, 38.5. I got to go over there. So, yeah, we'll go over 38.5. Jets at the Bills. This is I don't know how they're only 7-point favorite over the Jets at home. 38.5. I don't know where they're going with that over-under, but give me the Bills all day long. Give me the over. I might even double up on that over-under. Take that over all day long. Chiefs at the Raiders, meaningless game. Chiefs are 5.5 favorite, 36.5. Give me the under. Give me the Raiders in the 5.5. And then moving on to the game that we're talking about here, in a way, as Jason just said, he's looking for Patriots to get knocked out first round, hoping, and he wants the Broncos to nail that number 1 seed. They're going to have a tough time getting that. They're a 12.5 point favorite over the Chargers, 37.5 point over under. What Vegas has got going here? I don't know. Give me the Chargers in 12.5. And the over under 37.5. I'll take the over. And with that win, the Broncos should be fine. And then you got the Ravens Steelers battling it out for the AFC North. Ravens will visit Pittsburgh, and we'll see what Rodgers has up his sleeve. Winning, they're in. Minus 3.5 points. Ravens are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 41.5. Give me the over and give me the Steelers. And that is the end of the regular season, the Sunday night game, Ravens-Steelers, for all the marbles in the AFC North. Boom. Okay, there we go. So that's the rundown for the schedule. In the meantime, what we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at standings. So we'll run that down right now, Jason. Let's see what we got here as we look at the AFC East. The Patriots already got the division at 13-3. Bills come in with a wild card at 11-5. Good night, Dolphins. Good night, Jets. Jets sitting at 3-13. I don't know. It has got to be. What is it? All right, guys, put it in the chat. Be honest. What's it tougher? Tougher to be a Jet fan, or is it tougher to be a Giants fan? And as we were just talking about, with the big game coming up on Sunday night for the AFC North Division title, Steelers at 9-7, Ravens at 8-8. Good night, Bengals 6-10. Browns, good night, 4-12. Another brutal year for the Browns, man. It's always so hard for the Browns to get out of their own way. I think this year they were actually, their over-under for wins was 7. They fall 3 short of that. So either way, even with a win on Sunday, they're still there. Angus is singing the old Frank, turn out the lights, the party's over. All good things must come to an end. Your AFC South, like I said, if the Jags pull out the win and win that division, spectacular for them. Texans right there, 11-5. Both teams in, so it's not a matter of that. It's just a matter of seeding right now. So the AFC South definitely looking strong right there. Again, two big games right there. Each team controls their own destiny. Colts 8-8. They almost snuck in there. If they didn't get the injuries, who knows what would happen with the Colts. And then the Titans sitting there at 3-13 as the sun sets on their season. Move on over to the NFC West. And as Jason was talking about, wants the Broncos to be the number 1 seed. Well, there you go, buddy. They pull this one off. They're in. They'll have that. They'll be secure. And it won't be easy to be going through the Mile High City on your way to the Super Bowl. Not with the way that they're playing. Just absolutely spectacular year played by Denver. The Chargers gave us the same year that they normally do. They look really good, unstoppable. All of a sudden, heat cup, win, heat cup, win, and heat cup. But they're in at 11-5. Chiefs, like I said before the season even started, do not be shocked that these Chiefs are sitting home for the playoffs, and there they are, 6-10. But why did I say that? What was the main, you guys, anybody remember the main reason I said that about the Chiefs? The main reason I said that about the Chiefs, their primetime schedule, man. Too much air flight, too much in the country, out of the country, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night, just all over the fucking schedule, and it caught up to them. Injuries, well, they've overcome injuries in the past many a times. The other thing is that the Chiefs neglected to do anything about, and it was showing signs last year, before this year even started. Their offensive line is shit, and it showed it again this year. They couldn't keep Mahomes healthy. So the Chiefs take a ducket at 6-10, and the Raiders pretty much the most embarrassing team in football. And what an embarrassing year for Pete Carroll. I feel for Pete Carroll because I'm a big Pete Carroll fan. And it's just sad to see him sitting there at 2-14. I mean, what are we doing? You got to be out of your mind with that shit. So while we got that going, here's your passing leaders going at the bottom of the board. Let's change that up so you can... There you go. We'll get that going while we're looking at the rest of this. We'll move on to the NFC. Let's check the NFC standings out. As we go into the NFC East, like I said, Eagles 11-5. They've got the division. Cowboys done. Good night, Cowboys. 7-8-1. Good night, Redskins. Redskins plagued by injuries and just bad time for those injuries because, on paper, whatever. But what they look like coming out of the gate this year, that did not look like a 4-12 team, did it? Nah, it didn't. But So it goes. And there you got your Giants. The good old Giants sitting at 3-13. So nobody wants to answer that question, huh? What's it tougher being, Jets or a Giant fan? I think I'm going to lean towards it's got to be tougher to be a Jet fan, to be honest with you. But there you go. Now we move over to the NFC North. The Bears, they got the division at 11-5, looking to wrap it up with a big victory, putting them at 12-5. Great year for the Bears, man. Did they make a statement this year? Your Packers sitting at 9-6-1. They're hanging on. The Vikings 8-8, and the Lions are 8-8, not 8-13. That's a misprint. 8-13. I'm looking into next year. They're going to lose their first 3 or 4 games next year. Now, typo. Sorry, got by me. I must have been stoned doing that one. And here is the most embarrassing division in football, the NFC South. Absolutely disgusting display. Look at this. This is absolutely horrible. Panthers 8-8, Buccaneers 7-9, Falcons 7-9, and the Saints are 6-10. A fucking game better than the Bucs? No fucking way. No way. Anybody would see that. Say, hell, well, the Saints are just going to be 1 game behind the Bucs. Oh my God, are you serious right now? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That is embarrassing right there. And then, probably the toughest division, sending 3 to the playoffs with a lot left to still be decided. Number 1 seeds, home field, this one, that one, buys, whatever. So, somebody's going on the road here. Seahawks, 13-3, they're in. 49ers, 12-4, they're in. Rams, 11-5, they're in. Cardinals, 3-13, they're out. Here's your receivers as we move on to our next. Boom. There we go. Welcome back. So there's the look at the final week schedule-wise. We rolled that down. Jets are more humiliated than the Giants. I think the Jets are under a little bit more of a microscope when it comes to what's going on this year. Jason, my Jets are an embarrassment. Year after year. Yeah, I mean that's all right, Jason. You're a Jet fan. Tell me, how do you fix it, bro? Are you actually even entertaining the idea of bringing this guy back next year to have him as a head coach after what is right now a 3-13 year, possibly 3-14, looking more like 3-14 than anything else? Where's the fix, man? It's not the draft. I mean, you got some talent on that team. Everything points to the front office and the coaching. Kind of the same scenario the Yankees. Same scenario as the Giants. I don't know what it is with these New York teams. I don't know what it is. I just don't get it. It's not like this isn't how it was back in the old days. For sure. You know, different game, whatever, but still. To me, this was one of the best years the NFL has ever had. I mean, there was games this year. There was moments and moments and moments. I mean, what a fantastic competitive year. All new faces and new names and new records being shattered and teams popping in and teams vacating. Teams that we're used to seeing in the playoffs, not there anymore. There's going to be names that we're not calling play-by-play anymore. Just crazy. So, as far as I'm concerned, great freaking year for the NFL as far as games. Just absolutely spectacular. The only way to fix the team is for the owner to sell the team. So you're calling for a whole new takeover. Complete rebuild. Well, Jason, you know what? In the Jets situation, I would have to agree with you. I would have to agree with you. It's not like the Jets haven't been sold before. I think a lot of the issues happened after Hess, when Hess left, sold the team or whatever. Yeah, I would agree with you there, Jason. Without a doubt, Aaron Glenn, he needs to be fired. He's not head coach material, man. He's not head coach material, and he showed that by being an asshole in the fucking press room. Just by being an asshole in the press room, you're like, dude, you're not this. No, that's not how it works. I don't know who you think you are, or what you're trying to do, or who you're trying to be, but that kind of fucking attitude and that shit, that don't fucking float. Just get out of here. You know what I mean? You know, you're not Mike Ditka. You're not Bill Parcells. You know, you're not Walt Michaels. You're not Buddy Ryan going into a press conference. You're not that. You ain't nowhere near that level. Those guys got to that level. And you know what? They're allowed to be like that. They're allowed to talk like that. John McKay was one of the most outspoken head coaches about his team ever. Believe me. Trust me. He was my head coach for years. Loved him. Loved him. They once asked him, what do you think about your offense's execution today? He says, I'm all for it. I mean, boom. Just put him on the spot. Call it out. The fucking, if it's there, say it. Do it. Why hide it? What are you doing hiding it? What is this, a fucking soap opera? You want me to tune in next week to find out the guy's kneecap is in his earlobe? Or what the fuck? I just saw the play. He's hurt. How bad is he hurt? Oh, well, I'll let you know that on game. Fuck you, dude. I'm not going to waste my time coming in here fucking talking to you if you're going to be a dick. Or if you're going to be a dick, if you're going to be a dick about it, I'll tell you what. We could reverse the roles, and I could become a dick to you with questions. I'm asking you legitimate questions. You don't want to answer those legitimate questions? Fine, man. I'll start picking shit out. I'll pick shit out. All right, Aaron Glenn, remember that night in the Hyatt in fucking Seattle? Could you explain your behavior in the lobby that night? There you go. That's a fucking question. Now I want an answer. You want to be a dick? I'll be a dick. He acts all tough and shit during the press conferences, but on the sideline during the games, he's not showing that energy. 1,000% on the money. And you know what? That is something I did notice about him. Yeah, you're all this talking to the press, but on the sideline, you ain't talking to your players like that. You ain't firing them up on that level. You ain't being like that on a. All right, Jason, I'm not sure, but answer me this question real quick because I'm not sure. But the last I heard, this is the last I heard, and it was just a couple games ago. Have the Jets intercepted a ball yet this year? Has the secondary or anybody on the Jets intercepted a ball yet this year? Because I think going into week 14 or 15, they haven't intercepted a ball yet. Am I wrong on that? I think I'm pretty sure I'm right on that, that the Jets have not intercepted a ball yet. Unless they did, like, last week or something. I just, who the fuck follows the Jets? But think about that. Put that in perspective for a second. Wherein lies the problem that your team defense has not intercepted a ball in 14 plus weeks? That one hurts. That one hurts. No, so they have not intercepted a ball yet this year. Going into the last game of the year, and what do you think? You're going to pick off May? All right. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Yeah, no interceptions. I wouldn't even know where to begin to dissect where the problem lies when I'm looking at this and I'm going, we haven't intercepted a ball yet? Is my secondary that bad? Coaches. Where's my coaches? Where are the coaches of my cornerbacks and safeties? Where's my secondary coaches? Can you guys explain 16 weeks of football? 16 weeks of NFL football. We play in the NFL. We play on the highest fucking level there is in sports. No other sports is on a higher level than the NFL. There's 11 guys on defense. You're going to tell me not one of these guys accidentally ran into a fucking ball and caught it? all year? All year. Not even by accident? Really? Therein lies a serious issue. I mean, dude, forget the win column. You got to start worrying about performance on the field before you can start worrying about winning games. And if your team hasn't intercepted a ball 15 fucking weeks of football, good riddance. Where are you going with that? 3-13 is where you're going. Trust me on that one. But that is insane. That really is insane. Speaking of insane, like I said, on the third floor, we do it like nobody else does. And one of the highlights and one of my favorite portions of the show that I've added, I started doing it with the football this year when I got the idea, is what we have is what we call a third floor sports moment. Okay? And where's my buddy? He's going to tell us. He's going to bring us in. So, without further ado, Thomas Hitman Hearns, baby. Woo! For you young cats, that's when boxing was fucking boxing, bro. Tommy Hitman Hearns. Did you see what his result was on the other? God. Did you see the results on the other side of those punches by Thomas Hitman Hearns? Tough as motherfucker. 4 weight classes, I think, or 5 weight classes. I can't even remember. Hearns was wow. And his battle with Marvelous Marvin Hagler, the opening freaking round, you thought the fight was over. You thought it was the last round. The bell rang, and these motherfuckers, I got it. I'll find it. We'll watch it together. If I don't get it on YouTube, we'll do it on Rumble only. But the Hagler-Hearns fight, whew, forget about it.
Glenn preaches defense as a defensive-minded guy, but his defense has 0 interceptions with 1 week to go. Makes sense. I'm sick and tired of the bullshit that he says he can't back it up.
You're right, Jason. I mean, I'd want answers, dude. I broke it down. I'm thinking about it in my NFL mind. And my NFL mind is set and based on defense. I grew up on defense. Defense attracted me to the game of football. Alan Page, Leroy Selman, Too Tall Jones, Mean Joe Green, L.C. Greenwood, Otis Sistrom, Phil Piano, Hacksaw Reynolds. I mean, I can go on and on with fucking defense. They say in baseball, pitching wins championships. Nah. You know what wins championships in sports? In all sports, you know what wins fucking championships? It's defense. Defense. That wins championships. Why do you think they say in football, you're going to win the Super Bowl, you better have a fucking good, fucking solid defense. Forget all the stats and the numbers and whatever, touchdowns, yards, average. Throw it all out the fucking window. When you got a freaking defense. When you got a defense like the Giants, the Bears, the Purple People Eaters, the Doomsday Defense, the Steel Curtain, the Orange Crush, the No-Name Defense. I'm blanking on some of them. They had names for these defenses. They had names for them. It wasn't. You didn't go, oh, you know, the Pittsburgh Steelers defense. No, you went Steel Curtain. And they knew exactly who you're talking about. You didn't have to say, oh, yeah, Pittsburgh. No, you went to Steel Curtain. That's the best defense. Or the Orange Crush. Monsters of the Midway. One of my favorites. Monsters of the Purple People Eaters is probably the best of all time. It's got to be one of the best of all time, man. And then you had the Redskins on the other side of the ball. Their offensive line was basically a defensive line. That's why they call them the Hogs. You go back and you look at that, and you're just like, where's this game at? What happened to this game? It's kind of still there, but it's behind flags and technology and analytics and money and all kinds of shit gets in the way now. But defense, defense, defense. Defense wins Stanley Cups. Defense wins NBA championships. Defense wins Super Bowls. Defense wins the World Series. Defense wins the World Cup. In any sport, rugby, soccer, any sport. Defense, 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 defense. And it doesn't have to be the best defense on paper that year. It doesn't have to be the best defensive statistics. It doesn't have to be that. It just has to be that day that defense rises to the occasion and plays above their abilities and pulls off. You know, you can take a weak defense and make it strong, but it takes time. You could change offensive players all day long, and it just doesn't affect the flow. You'll get in there and maybe a little bit here, blah, 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 blah. But a defense, nah, the whole fucking strategy is... Oh, fuck. We're going against Barry Sanders today. I got to get a defense for Barry Sanders. And then the rest of the team. Oh, shit. Jerry Rice is in town tonight. Fuck. I got a defense against Jerry Rice. Oh, shit. Fuck. Roger Craig. They got a running game. They got a running game and they got Joe Montana. Jesus. There's fucking 5-6 different defensive play plans going into one game. The offense has a game plan. All right, we're going to try to run the ball down their throat. If not, we'll have to go back. We'll rely on the pass. Get the backup play plan ready. Get that backup play plan ready. No backup defense play plan. You're going with a fucking solid fucking defensive play scheme, and you perform it. Yeah, you like I said, yeah, you got three separate defenses, but those three separate defenses have to come into one equation. Because you got the rest of the fucking guys to worry about too. You just can't focus on three. So you got to, it's insanity to put a defensive play plan together. You know? In baseball, it's adjustments as the game's going. Move over. No, he's been going that way. Move over. Come in. Move over. Move back. Right? That's like that kind of adjustment. Can't adjust on they adjust on a fly in seconds. They have to respond on in football. You see them a defense just bouncing all over the fucking place. Changing scheme, changing this, change that. Man of motion. Fuck. Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot goes into it. And that's why it's my favorite. I love defense. Defense, defense, defense. So anyway, still going here. What else we got going? Yeah, I hear you. You're sick and tired and you can't back it up, man. I mean, you know, when shit goes on deaf ears, man, that's what sucks. That's what totally sucks, when things just fall on deaf ears. And what's really frustrating about it is you as a fan, you're watching it and you're like, if I can figure out the solution here, if I can figure out the problem here, how come they can't? Or they just don't want to because they can't be wrong, because they got the power, they got the money, they're in that seat behind the desk. Okay. So that's why there's programs like this to set it straight so the fans can come out and talk about it. Anyway, if you're just tuning in, appreciate you. Please, if it's your first time, hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub. And just a couple quick reminders here. Coming up on February 12th at 7 p.m., that's a Thursday night. Thursday night from Daytona, I will be calling lap by lap green flag checker for Duel 1 and Duel 2 to open up Speed Week for the Daytona 500. And then 3 days later on Sunday at 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 on the West Coast, the 15th of February, lap by lap, green flag to checker the Daytona 500, the great American race. Come on out and join us. Have some fun. Talking NASCAR, talking 180, 190 miles an hour. Closer than you park in a parking lot to the guy next to you. Lots of action always on the asphalt and the high banks at Daytona, the center, the world center of speed. And then we have Super Bowl Sunday. That's right. Don't miss our third floor Super Bowl live play-by-play with a special halftime show. Super Bowl Sunday right here on the Third Floor Podcast. Join us. Don't miss out. And look who's in town to say hello. That way. She says hi. You want to say hi? Luna's saying hi. You want to say hi? What? 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 Oh, okay. She said, take the camera off me. My hair's a mess. Okay. Don't upset the pussy. Don't upset the pussy. So anyway, guys, all right, let's see where we're at here. All right, it's been fun. We were hung out for a while. You know what? Let's hang out for just a little bit longer. And let's see. I think I got, yeah, I do. Hold on a second here. Luna's like, what do you want? What do you want, Luna? Come on. Come on. Come on. You on there? Is that better? She wants my lap, but there ain't much room there. Okay, there you go. Somebody's camera shy right here. Angus, she's not camera shy. She's just, I don't know. She's Luna. Luna, she's named after the moon. The word for moon, Luna. But I say it's short for lunatic. Right, lunatic? Right? 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 All right. She's having fun with my mouse, with the mouse pad. Say what? She's saying hi. Finally saying hi. Right? Okay, your camera time's over, okay? Unless you want to do something. Are you going to do a backflip? All right, she's not going to do a backflip, guys. Sorry. I thought she was in the mood for a backflip, but she's not. See? Angus thought you were camera shy tonight. She's like, yeah? Tell Angus I said, hey. She says hi. All right. So we covered football. We covered the stand-ins. We covered this. We covered that. Showed you the leaders. I don't think I put that one up, but there are your rushing leaders. I don't know why that's not a banner. Let's change that. Boom. Run that under there for a minute. And then we'll get to this, get to that, and then Angus, Luna. Oh, Angus, while you're here, because you're in on it, guess what I got? We got something, we got a new one. What do we do when we have when a receiver goes way up for the ball, he leaps in the air, we have a leap in Lanny Poffo moment, right? Check it out. We got us a new leap in Lanny Poffo fucking for that moment. We got a new Leapin' Lanny Poffo moment photo for the Leapin' Lanny Poffo moments. But there you go. And he'll be up in the top because that's where he goes. Leaping up there. Leapin' Lanny Poffo. For those of you who don't know, Leapin' Lanny, it's not Leapin' Lenny, it's Leapin' Lanny, Lanny, was the Macho Man. Oh yeah, the Macho Man. There's my brother. Oh yeah, Leapin' Lanny Poffo, my brother. Yep, he was none other than the Macho Man's real-life brother. Good talent, too. Lanny was cool. I liked Lanny as the genius. That was my favorite. With the poems and everything. There she goes. To the window. Get your asshole out of there. There we go. No asshole shots. Ain't no porn. Yeah, man. So we got the new Leapin' Lanny Poffo. And Angus. Angus, you watch soccer, right? Are you into soccer? Into the European soccer and World Cup and all that? You into that? Well, Angus is getting ready to answer that question if he follows soccer and the World Cup. We'll have a 4:20 second. All right. Well, just in case you're into the World Cup, and the World Cup is coming to America this year. Yay, 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 yay. Well, good. You know what, Angus? I got something special for you. So, cue the alligator.
And Road. Grady. Now Reedy, number 2 for Leeds. Jones and number 2 for Leeds, it really is. Clark calling for a centre. There's Jones, and it's 3-0. Clark took up position well. And he's going to get the ball. Giles. It's another. Bremner. Bremner. Take it up for Giles. And that's another. Jones with a chance and hit both posts. Cooper to Bremner. Bremner. That is what he's done it. Bremner has got the 10th goal in the last minute.
Little World Cup action there for football. That's Texas. Texas are in football. 1969 World Cup Leeds. I'm not sure exactly. Not sure exactly who the team was that they were playing, but that was Leeds scoring 10, I believe, in a World Cup game from 1969. There you go, Angus. A little nostalgia for you. Yeah, I got a little bit of this. I got a little bit of that. And let's see what we got here. We got a couple more good sports moments coming up. I already did that one. Had to do that one for Amazon when they got here. But yeah, hey, while we're on a roll and taking a walk down memory lane through sports, cue the alligator.
And went long for Charlie Taylor. The 45-yard touchdown pass carried the Redskins to a 17-3 lead. Rag-armed Billy Kilmer, the good leader, but so-called poor passer, would go on to set a championship record for passing proficiency with a 14-for-18 day. Repeating the touchdown reveals that it was a perfect pass that got the score. Washington was indeed beaten but he nearly recovered with a desperation dive, and Kilmer's perfect pass reached inches past his fingertips. With 14 minutes to go, a 2-touchdown comeback against the fired-up Redskin defense seemed impossible.
Boom! There you go. There's a little walk down football lane there. Who's rookie card? Washington's or Kilmer? My guess is that you're going to say Kilmer. You got it? Is that who you got? Or you got Joe Washington? Washington. Happy New Year, guys. Yeah, Angus, that's why I picked that one out tonight in case you stopped in. I was pretty sure you were into soccer. That's why I put it in there. Kilmer. I knew you were going to say Kilmer. I knew you were going to say that. Those good times, man. Those are good times, man. Speaking of good times, and speaking of the Daytona 500, speaking of NASCAR, speaking of the vintage play-by-plays we're going to do, I have choices out there in the post if you go in there and check it out. Yeah, Angus. Actually, that was his job, but he had to retire, and now he does sportscasting. He was injured in the line of duty at Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, he was wounded there. He got hurt on the job. Now he's a sportscaster. That is Alligator. They can't all be good guys. Stop. But anyway, speaking of NASCAR and the speed of NASCAR and the energy, I know a lot of you guys are probably not into NASCAR. You're probably like, that's like watching golf. It's not. There's storylines, there's anything. And I love watching golf, man. There's nothing like getting high and just watching golf on a big screen. Especially like the Masters or something, a meaningful tournament. There's nothing like it, man. You get so stoned and all the flowers and the trees and the grass. And well, I worked on golf courses. I was in maintenance. No, Texas, never called NASCAR, but we're going to do it. We might do we're probably going to do a race before I do the duels and the 500, just, to get the rhythm of and how to call NASCAR, because, it's not, I'm not going to say it's super difficult to call. Like, to me, hockey is the most difficult of all sports to call. And that's just based on players' names and the speed of the game. I mean, by the time you get whatever the guy's name is out of your mouth, the four other guys could have the puck. To me, I have all the respect in the world for anybody that can call hockey play-by-play on the NHL level. NASCAR. The thing with NASCAR is play-by-play with NASCAR. It's a team. It's a team broadcast. It's the only sport where the entire broadcasting team is in play throughout and not just, select spots on a sideline spot. No. Football, it's the booth guys, then they go to the sideline. You go to the sideline, twice in a game? Whatever. You got fucking pit reporters. You got storylines. You got the three guys in the booth. You're talking spotters. You're talking the pit crews. You're talking the action on the track. There's so much going on. And to handle it on a solo basis, I can't wait for the challenge, man. I can't wait for the challenge, and that's why I think I'm going to do a race before that. And just have a dry run and see how you guys like it. First of all, I mean, it could be crazy. I mean, I'll put a lot into the. Believe me, I'll put a lot into the production. I'll put a lot into the production. There'll be a lot of visuals and stats and banners going and stuff like that. I can't keep up to the second of what's going on the track. The only time I'm going to be able to tell you exactly what's going on the track is I'll be basing everything off of what they have on the screen and what I hear in my ear, but I'm still going to call it my way. So yeah, we're all going to find out if I can do that. I called one race. I'm 100%, so not another. All right. No, I never called NASCAR race. I called one race. I'm 100%, so not another. The announcers constantly change with motorsports. Yeah, Angus, that's what I'm saying. It's a team broadcast as opposed to your two guys in the booth for the Yankees, Michael Kay and Paul O'Neill. It's just those two. Yeah, they go to Meredith, maybe 2-3 times a game. That's it. And she's just following maybe an injury. If an injury happens, then there's no injury, she finds the storyline and goes from there, or talks about a controversial play. That's about it. Or finds Billy Joel in the fucking stands. That's it. NASCAR, they're going, especially when they go into the pits, the broadcasters, they're no longer they're not bringing you to play-by-play. Your three main guys who are there to broadcast the lap by lap, they're not bringing you the play-by-play anymore. The pit reporter is, who's right there by the car. And then when he's done, they go down to the next guy. And so production and editing and the producers of those shows and the directors of those shows, hats off to you for covering fucking motorsports. Because there's so much going on, man. And everything changes like that. Everything can change, bam, in a half a fucking second. So, yeah, I can't wait to do that. And, yeah, if I figure out I put the games up there for you guys to vote on. As far as the play-by-plays, they're in the post. If you guys didn't vote, go vote. If not, I'll just pick it. I'll pick it out myself. Luna's back. So I got to get adjusted. Come on, what? Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna do that. Alrighty. You make me lose my train of thought. It's not good. What? I don't know what she just said, but she wasn't happy about something. But anyway, yeah, that's what we got going on. Super Bowl, yeah, that's gonna be fun. The playoffs are gonna be a blast, man. I'll change everything around, make sure. Luna will be the pit reporter. Maybe I could set her up with a headset. I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I'll put a camera on her. Yeah, but hey, Angus, great catch there, man. And yeah, you're absolutely right, especially about broadcasting motorsports. Absolutely right. Good call there. Absolutely, man. 23 NASCAR Chicago Street Race. I predicted and called the race. Van Ginsberg won, so I'm 100%. Oh, there you go, Texas. You called that race? I'm not. You know what? I liked it. I loved it when it was just Sears Point and Watkins Glen as far as the road courses go. You only need the 2 a year, man. And now they got the Roval Oval or whatever the fuck in Charlotte. You got Chicago. Come on, man. You don't need road course races in NASCAR. That's not what it was designed for. That's why you only had the 2. In the middle of the summer, and two of the most beautiful locations on the planet, really. When it comes to just fucking beauty surrounding a racetrack, and that's Watkins Glen, New York, and I don't know what they call it now, but it's Sears Point, Simona, out here in California in the vineyards. It's just they're fucking mind-blowing settings, right? And then you're running over blood-stained streets in Chicago? Come on. Nah. Can't do it. Can't do it. But you gotta live with it because it's part of the sport. But hopefully they fucking realize that you don't need road courses. You know, bring back Rockingham. You know, give me that, man. Give me that. Give me Rockingham back. Give me 2 races in Darlington a year again. Come on, man. All these places that they double up on that they don't have to double up on. Never doubled up on Phoenix. Phoenix was one time, man. Phoenix was the last race of the year. Right? I think Phoenix was, Atlanta was the last race of the year? No, I think Phoenix used to be the last race of the year. My only experience with motorsports is taking my kids to a drive-in movie, and there was a stock car race going on a quarter of a mile away. There you go. Man, you're going back driving. Jeez. Yeah, it was designed about outracing revenue. Well, oh yeah, absolutely. NASCAR is the only sport based on a crime. Find me another sport based on a crime. What other sport is invented on this planet that was invented by committing crime? And that's all it was, man. Moonshiners and the best got together and raced to see who was fucking better. And then all said, let's organize this. Got the revenuers off their ass. Just look back on Bruce Springsteen's Cadillac Ranch. Junior Johnson running through the woods of Caroline. Even Burt Reynolds in that black Trans Am. They all want to go down to the Cadillac Ranch. You know, NASCAR is America as America can get. You know, baseball, America this, football, yeah, and basketball, and yeah, I get it, guys. I really, really, really get it. But let's not kid ourselves. They were racing in Indianapolis in the same time as them early days. You know, those early Indianapolis 500s. Think about it, okay? And then a little bit in the South, in a few states down there, you got guys running through the fucking woods with these souped up fucking cars, man, that are literally just a police force, sheriff, or whoever they sent couldn't catch half these guys. You know, half the time they caught it was when they wrecked. But anyway, yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Angus. Probably no one ever even put that into the back of their mind and even prospectively even thought of that for a second to say, yeah, we know it was based on moonshining, right? But no one actually said, whoa, wait a minute, that sport's based on crime. That sport was born out of fucking crime. You know? Crimes that involve the FBI, marshals. You know, it wasn't like, you know, fucking Joe making fucking gin in a bathtub and selling it down the street. No, good God, no, man. When them guys wrecked and them cars flipped and shit and caught fire, they fucking exploded and burned for a while, bro. A lot of alcohol, man. Think about that. Risking your ass with all that alcohol. Holy shit. Crazy. But, hey, there you go, man. We're going to have fun doing NASCAR, it looks like. We'll bring all that into it, for sure. But, speaking of all that, like I just said, cue the alligator.
1 year ago, Steve, Dale Earnhardt less than confident with the current rules package to win his second Daytona 500, but he won the last plate race of 2000, and Dale looking very strong during Speed Weeks. Can you win your second 500 today?
Well, we got a good shot at it, got a good race car. Wasn't really excited about the car yesterday afternoon, the last practice, but the car, it come around. I think it's going to be okay. We got a good engine in it, but a little wind today, a little exciting. I think it's going to be some exciting racing. Going to see something you probably hadn't ever seen on Fox.
The 7-time champ rolls off 7 today.
no one better, man. Not there is nothing on the level of what Dale Earnhardt meant to a sport. This is my opinion. That man was the sport. We always say no one's bigger than the sport, and of course, I'm not saying Earnhardt was bigger than the sport, but I'm saying when you talk racing to anybody, even if they didn't know anything, they heard the name Dale Earnhardt for sure, the Intimidator. But yeah, so there you go, man. Yeah, history on there, exactly. And Texas, you bring a lot to the chat. You bring an awful lot to the program. You have really awesome videos, nostalgic as can be. And I think the key word there being nostalgic, and I think that's one of the reasons that me and you click so well, is your love and your love for the nostalgic history, the nostalgic portion of the sport, not just a sport, sports. And all your videos show that. Boxing, hockey, basketball, college. You got Bella Bacon, okay? Billy Kilmer, rookie, okay? So, again, I think one of the main reasons, plus, there's lots of other things too, but I think that me and you, the way we click here and go back and forth, and your input, especially in the chat, I freaking love it. But I think we click because of the nostalgic love, the love of the nostalgic of the sports, and all the sports, like I said, basketball, baseball, football, hockey, NASCAR, rugby, darts, whatever my passion is, and you do the same. And again, you got some amazing collection for sure. Yeah, nostalgia is great. Nostalgia is something, and it's good and it's strong and it's good to have. And but I think what's more important about that, and again, nostalgia comes into this. You do it your way with the cards and your explanations. Mail day, first mail day, 2026. I think I do a good Texas. What do you think, Texas? Do I do a good you? Anyway, you doing it nostalgic that way and bringing it to people is cool, and it's crucial, and it's a good way to get them started and get them involved. And then you got me, who loves to bring those highlights, the past and critical moments and stuff like that, instead of bringing stuff that's 10, 15 years old, even for the most part 20 years old. A majority of my stuff is 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. And that's the nostalgia that can't die. And guys like you and guys like me that want to keep that and maintain that is important. And that's why I think we're vital here. And that's why we're growing, man. That's why we get word out. And then you got guys who are also very passionate about all their sports and also contribute. And, Angus being one, Lockport, John the Beagle Dad. I mean, the list can go on and on and on. Mail Day 2025 of 1873. How was that? You could use that as a soundbite, John, Texas. But yeah, Angus with his passion and his nuttiness, and there's the link there, the connection there, and that's why he's always here, and that's why a lot of people come. Once you get in here and join, man, people just fall into place. That's why I'm confident. And by the way, we picked up some subscribers. We are 15 away from 100 here on YouTube. 15 more subscribers, and we're at 100 on YouTube. And guess what? I only need 35 more on Rumble for 100. So I picked up a handful of subscribers all over the place the last few days. So thanks, guys. And guys like Texas, thank you for sharing me out. Yankee Kyle constantly sharing me out. I appreciate that. Angus sharing me out. All you got to do is hit the share, man. And that's what brings it in. But thank you guys, man, because it's definitely shown. We have grown in subs. We've grown in time watched, everything, man. And I go back and watch, portions of the show and segments. And then all of a sudden I get lost and I just sit there and just watch myself and get lost in it. So if I can do it, you can do it. So first time in, please hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub, hit all that stuff, man. We really appreciate you. Great conversation in the chat tonight. I have one more sports moment to go. We'll cue the alligator, but first, this one needs a little bit of pre-prep. What you're about to witness is Gary Anderson knocking out Michael Van Gerwen across the pond in the 2025 World Championship of Darts. The PDC, Professional Dart Corporation, at the Ali Pali. Here's Gary taking out Michael Van Gerwen. And watch and see if you can feel the level of tension, stress, pressure, and dig the crowd.
They've both been there, seen it, done it. Like you said, Rob, 5 Premier League titles between them, 4 World Championship wins between them. Oh, carry on, fellas! Why is this format so short? Why can't this go on for 9 days, solid?
Carry on the banks of the Tyne, and he is carrying on to some tune. And now Michael Van Gerwen tees up a 9-dart finish in the Premier League.
95, 141.
It's on. It's not now. A wild miss on treble 19, just as it looked as though Van Gerwen was going to add his name to the roll of honour. 9 darters in the Premier League, all started by Barney back in the day. The big fish. This is madness. It's absolute madness. 20 seconds ago, we were talking about a possible 9-dart leg for Michael Van Gerwen, and now the leg is in the ledger under the name of Gary Anderson.
Woof! That's some darts there, baby. 180, 180, 180, a 9-darter. Oh, just misses. And then Gary comes back with what they call the big fish, the 170 checkout to put him down 3-2. Gary went on to win it 4-2. First one to 4 there. It's 3 games per leg, and first one with 4 legs wins. So that's how it goes scoring. But that's just a taste of something else that's coming here to the third floor, because we're going to have highlights of that too, because that's getting ready to go down to the final 8 as they whittle it down. But Gary Anderson, man, those are stellar darts. And MVG, 7-8-time world champion. Gary Anderson, 2-time world champions, or 3-time world champion, something like that. I'll bring all that when we go there, when we get time for that. But hey, guys, hope you enjoyed all of it. I hope you enjoyed tonight. I had a great time bringing it to you to close out the year. We told you what we got coming up. If you just joined in and missed out on everything, please go watch the beginning. If not, if you didn't see the beginning, please go back and watch the opening. It was really fun. Definitely fun. Always remember, every show we do here is always live. And I always encourage people to get into the live chat, because the live chat's where everything goes on. And that's where the show is. And it's people like you getting involved and talking amongst yourselves and throwing your suggestions and teams and whatever in there. We always encourage you, please get in the live chat. It's always exciting in the live chat. Also here on the third floor, what we hardly ever get to mention, and we have a couple guys in here. We have an elite, and when I say elite, we have an elite security we have elite security here on the 3rd floor. And this was on, we got this on camera the other night. Here's the boys in action the other night. Here's the 3rd floor security.
The fuck you looking at? Come on, make that coffee to go. Let's go.
Hey, so go over, Joe.
The fuck you doing? It's a joke, a joke. Put the fucking pot down. You gonna take the coffee?
Third floor security. I love those boys. So don't fuck around with 3rd floor security. They may look fun, but they get business done. And like I said, all shows are live, especially the play-by-play. Duh. No, but every show I do is live. I don't pre-do nothing and come back and do it. And like I said, get involved. We always encourage you to get into the live chat and join us, because you never, ever know where the conversation will go, especially in our live chat. And it doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it's play-by-play football, baseball, it doesn't matter. The chat gets crazy, and it's very enjoyable. So get into that live chat and join all the fun. And I think that's it. I don't think we have any more plugs here, do we? Have we have any more plugs? Anybody got anything? How's everybody feeling?
It might be a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. It's always important. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up, and we'll be back next year with a full slate of new shows, a whole new craziness going on. We're going to do what we got to do, but we're going to keep growing. And please, first time in, please hit the like, hit the follow, hit the sub, wherever you're watching from. Thank you. I appreciate it. And as we get out of here and close out, again, I want to thank everybody for spending some time with us on Christmas Eve. You could be anywhere, but you came in here and hung out with me, and I appreciate it very much. With that being said, tonight is New Year's Eve. It's amateur night. We already know how crazy 25 was and can't wait to get rid of it. So let's bring in 26 with a sane mind. Please stay safe. Stay safe. Please. Know your surroundings. Stay inside and chill, man. Chill with the ones you love, man. And if you do go anywhere, stay there. No reason to be. Happy birthday, Model. I love you. I hope Model's listening. But yeah, please, everybody out there, from the 3rd floor, from me, from the wife, from Luna, from Ruben, we wish you nothing but the best blessings that can come to you in 26 for your family and your friends, your jobs and everything else. I can't wish you any more than to be filled with blessings upon blessings. And hopefully, and we say this all the time, we hope this year coming is going to be better than the year going out. I can honestly say I hope 26 is definitely better than 25, because 25 was a disaster. Really was, on a lot of levels. So, please, tonight and into next year, please, be kind for no reason. Look out for your fellow man, love your fellow man, help your fellow man. And now, more than ever, remember, mental health is a real serious issue. And we don't know who we're dealing with, and they don't know who they're dealing with. We don't know what kind of day anybody had. So please, know your surroundings. Be careful who you're talking to. You don't know what kind of day they had, and they definitely don't know what kind of day you had. So always remember, be cool. Be kind for no reason. Love your fellow man. Tell those people tonight that you love the most how much you really do love them. And if they're within reach, give them a hug. Give them a hug from the 3rd floor and tell them we love you. Stay safe. Stay blessed, guys. And we'll see you next year. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the out.
it! What the hell is that shit?
Have a cocktail.
No, I don't care for any.
I said have a cocktail.
I guess he wants us to have a cocktail.
Waiter, will you serve the nuts? I mean, will you serve the guests the nuts?
Shazam!
Cocaine and hookers, my friend.
He's looking at you, kid.